We're ready. We are ready for the Firekeeper 400, my hometown track. What up, Jacob? How's it going? What's up? Man, I love the outright market today. I'll tell you what. I love the outright market. I think I like the outright or matchup market too. Just I don't know. What do we think? I just feel like if you're just it'd be such a strategy race that you're gonna see a lot of 2 tires, you see a lot of no tires, fuel only. Throw in this weather or delay or whatever it's gonna happen. I don't know. There's a couple of the matchups I like that I haven't played yet that I don't know. Maybe we'll play. Ready for the race? Oh, thanks. I know, Connor, my hair is so good. I appreciate you bringing that. But hey, let's get this pre-race poll going here. Got another lone tree. I've got a few more of these left. So, collective clink. Happy race day. Let's take a poll. All right. Driver rundown. Elliott Wallace, stage 1 winner is enticing. Okay, we'll talk about that, Brian. Let's not jump the gun here. You're attach some prices to that because I did not think of either one of those guys for winning stage 1. All right, Chris Bell. I mean, he looked really fast. I don't think there was any shock that he pulled it. I think he looked like the best car. I don't love it anymore. I don't love Byron over Bell. The cool thing is I think we can get out of it. If you wanted to get out of it, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I just think Bell's going to be really damn good. I think he's going to be really good. So I do think Byron's going to be good too. You know, I think we got a coin toss. Maybe we're a slight underdog and we're properly priced at minus 110 or plus 110 on that. I would say, Brock, if it were me, I'm probably gonna back out of that one. I'll probably bet the other side at minus 115 because I do think Bell's going to be good and he's going to be part of my outright card. I just soon root on Bell. Does that make sense? That's what I do. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it mitigates all pit crew issues. So Connor said that having Bell have that first pit stall, green flag moved up to 2:30 Eastern. Okay, perfect. I think that first pit stall will help Bell, but I don't know that it mitigates all those problems. I think if you're speeding on pit road, it doesn't matter if you're the first pit stall, the last pit stall, or anything in between. Yeah, I figured there'd be some comp cautions and some adjustments here. So Big Ross looks like he has some information here. So before I start answering this stuff, let's get through a rundown here. I love Chris Bell. The only argument against Chris Bell is I haven't executed. Am I right? Can we all agree that the only reason we haven't that we don't bet Bell is because of just execution, right? If he executes, he's going to be damn fast, and he's got track position. It's going to be hard to pass. If this thing gets strung out, you know, we saw it yesterday in the Xfinity race. Nemechek just didn't make any mistakes outside of wrecking his teammates. So I think Chris Bell is going to be really good. He was good here last year. I like him. I don't know why he shouldn't be on your outright card at 7-1. I don't know why. Yeah, I know. It is so true. It's every week I feel like we have Bell. You have to have him this week. We can't get enough of him. Ross Chastain, not bad out of this guy. I think he's going to have a solid run. Whenever Ross qualifies this well, normally he's not a great qualifier. Whenever he qualifies this well, I really do think he's going to have a good car. He ran longer than he usually does in practice. Normally he's like a 5-and-out type guy. This time he ran 11 laps in practice, made an adjustment. The adjustment didn't work, went back on it. And then the adjustment, or when they went back on it, the car was fast again. So I do think Chastain's going to kind of hang around up there. You know, is it going to be a race-winning car? I don't know, but I do think he kind of keeps it around the top 5. I don't mind his price at all from an outright perspective. And I will say I do have him in a matchup. Do we trust Ross Chastain in a matchup? I do. I do when he qualifies well. If he were to be back in the pack, I wouldn't. But he doesn't have to steal track position today. He can be super conservative and maintain track position for the most part. So I like Chastain. Ty Gibbs, I think overvalued, but decently fast. Everyone thought he was going to win yesterday. I don't know what everyone was looking at yesterday with that Ty Gibbs car. I thought it was not as good as John Hunter's. I know that he had some damage. I think Ty's going to be good. He just has to run a perfect race to keep it in the top 5, and I don't know that he'll run a perfect race. I don't think he's going to win. I don't think that, speed-wise, he has what it takes. I think he had a little bit of fall off, more inconsistency later in the runs. So Chris Buescher, I have Chris Buescher. I took him a little earlier in the week at 60. I just think Chris Buescher shouldn't be 60-1 anymore, right? Can we agree? Oh, Connor, you might be onto something. Connor might be onto something. I like Chris Buescher. He just looks good. Week in and week out, qualifies well. They've just done a great job of just keeping it up front, 60-1. I don't know. I like that price. There's still some 30 out there. I don't think it's terrible. Small protection if you're going to use him. I don't think he has a dominant car, but anyone that gets out front on this last pit stop, anyone that just gets out there, in clean air, you'd think that they could win. And Chris Buescher's one of those guys if he finds a clean air. Oh, what's up, Brett? Yeah, I got my cousins and my aunt are headed out to the race today, so that'll be our weather reporter that we have out of the track. So thanks, Brett. Let us know what the weather's looking like. I know that they changed the start time to 11:30, so keep us posted if it starts to look like rain. So Truex is also really good as well. I would say he didn't run as consistent lap times in practice as Chris Bell. However, was he in traffic? That's the other thing that at this track, traffic means so much, especially in practice. Obviously, he's going to be really, really good. I don't think he has the short run speed that Bell does. And if you have short run speed, you can get out to a little bit. It's going to be really hard to pass. Your car's going to have to work on the bottom really, really well because Michigan, they're going to run that preferred groove, whether that's in the juice or not. It usually, if you can get to someone's outside right rear, you're going to make the pass. That's how Nemechek passed Ty Gibbs yesterday. So you're going to see guys just force other drivers in order to make passes. They're going to have to do it on the bottom. So you're going to have to make sure that your car works in both places if you're going to make passes. So I do think that Truex will be good. I have nothing on him nor against him. Joey Logano, I think that the Fords are just a little off with the exception of Buescher and maybe Keselowski. I think that a little bit. I'm not super high on Logano. I also hate that Paul Wolfe will think outside the box and probably figure out a way to steal track position. Yeah, Big Ross, I couldn't agree more. It's a lot of the times Paul Wolfe's playing chess and everyone else is playing checkers. However, I just don't think if you don't have the aero figured out, I think it's really hard to change your car enough to be fast. And if you ain't fast, you lose momentum and you're going to go from second to eighth in a lap and a half. So I'm not high on Fords outside of Buescher and Brad K. And I don't love Brad K. I like Buescher a little bit more only because he qualified well. And I think Buescher's a pretty complete driver that will take a good finish. So I trust him in matchups as well. Byron was really fast. He was really fast for the A group. And he did a good job of kind of bringing it back later in that first run that he had. I think Byron's going to be really good. Oh, yeah, Blaney had the best speed. You're right. Yep, sorry, Ross. You're right. Blaney had the best speed by a lot when it comes to the Fords. Yeah, you're right. Outside of that, I don't think the Fords have speed. You're right. Byron's going to be good. I probably will have him on my outright card at some point. I don't know whether I'm going to wait and bet him live or if I'm going to take him beforehand, but I think Byron's going to be really good. This is a track that just kind of has suited that 2014 this year. Kyle Busch. Well, Kyle seemed happy with his car. Did anybody have any comments from Kyle? Did anyone listen to his radio in practice? I mean, he went out there and just made a long run. I think Buescher in a head-to-head versus Bowman. Yeah, but don't take that. I think Bowman's good. Love for the 9. We'll get there. I think Kyle Busch is going to be really, really good. The lines at Bookmaker, I watched her numbers change. Oh, that's funny. I like Kyle Busch. I think he's going to be good today. I mean, is that a shock? I mean, kind of is for me. I feel like they've been a little off. He just does a good job of getting a good finish. And if he has a good car, oh, yeah. I know we have some. My aunt is not a Kyle Busch fan, but I think he's going to be really good. Ryan Blaney, like we had said, I think fastest Ford. Is he race winning? Probably not. If I had to guess, probably not. But he was pretty good. He's arguably second or third best in that A group. I'm not opposed to that. Yeah, KFB is on your outright card. Yeah. Bubba. Man, there was a lot of Bubba love earlier in the week at that 16 or 18 to 1 price. Now he's 30 some places. I don't mind Bubba at 30. He did not have the same speed as the other Toyotas in that B group. Not even close. I have nothing on him or against him. Brad Keselowski, same thing. I anticipate him running better just because Buescher and him tend to just kind of run right next to each other. And I think Buescher's a little bit better car. If Brad was going to be better than Buescher, I would say Buescher's going to be, kind of rise to the occasion just because they tend to mirror each other when it comes to running position. Denny Hamlin, what do we think about Denny? I did not see the speed I wanted to see out of him. I mean, he's significantly slower short run than Truex and Chris Bell. And we haven't seen that out of him. Normally when Denny looks good. And he just kind of seems spotty. If he was in the A group, I would say he's going to be pretty good. But in that B group, he did not have the lap times. I'm afraid to fade him, but I don't love him. Yeah, faded him. Yeah, I could see the fade in Denny. I feel like this is a track where, let's say Denny's running 10th or 11th all day, and he just goes to Gabe Hart. He's like, listen, just get me track position. I'll keep it. And that's what scares me. If he somehow gets out in front and the cautions fall to where he kind of levels out, much like John Hunter did yesterday. John Hunter had 20 lap fresher or older tires, was able to pass Ty Gibbs, who was on the same tires as him, but then they weren't able to run down Nemechek. That's what scares me is there's so many guys that if they just get out front today, they're going to be really hard to pass. Denny Hamlin's that guy. However, he's priced like he's fast. So that's why I think he's overvalued. I am not opposed to betting against him all day. I haven't done it myself, but that's just me being maybe trigger shy or being a little too afraid of just Denny Hamlin getting out front. Daniel Suarez, I thought Daniel struggled in practice. 2 laps pit, 1 lap pit, 1 lap or 2 laps pit, then run 5 laps and was decent. He's priced like he's going to be pretty bad. So I think, he's plus 115 on Buescher. He's a slight favorite over Eric Jones, which, yeah, he should be, but I mean, maybe not based on speed. I'm just not high on Suarez. He can't seem comfortable in his car. If he was comfortable in his car, if ever Suarez runs a lot of laps in practice, I like Suarez because that means he's comfortable in his car. Yeah, you might be right there, Big Ross, on the Hamlin 23XI. Tyler Reddick, yeah, he seemed a little bit off too. I expected him to be better. He kind of opened 14 to 1. That line opened Jones plus 145. That's funny. Wow. I just the legacy is just so slow. You just think by them just being trackhouse that he's going to beat Eric Jones. But if there's a track where Eric Jones could kind of get it together, I would say it's here. Reddick was just not that good relative to other guys. He's just average for that Group B, and I'm basing that off other Toyotas that were really fast, the Bell and Truexes. I think that Ross has kind of hit the nail on the head that Denny and 23XI all kind of look the same, which was steady but not fast. And you're going to have to be really fast to pass cars. And you're going to have to work in the bottom. No one's going to give up the bottom. That's just not going to happen. You're going to see guys running the middle of the track, and you're going to see guys trying to peak, try to get some air on that nose, and try to make a pass. Ideal scenario, they're able to make the pass on the outside, just like John Hunter did yesterday on his teammate. Like if they could somehow get to that outside right rear, it's over. It's over. But I don't think that anyone's going to let that happen. It'd be hard to see a pass for the lead, I think. It's going to have to be some sort of major tire difference, in my opinion. Austin Dillon. Dillon just didn't show speed. Just didn't show raw speed, especially compared to his teammate, and they were in the same group. So I know that he runs well here. He's led a lot of laps here. I'm not high on Austin Dillon. I think you're gambling if you're taking a chance on Dillon. And remember, I'm pretty risk averse. I'll find a reason not to bet anything if I have to. So I'm just not high on Austin Dillon. Kyle Larson, kind of a funky practice for him. 5 laps, not super fast. 2 laps, then kind of fast, and then average on the last couple. So he made 2 adjustments in a practice. 80 top 10 plus 550, maybe not bad. Took Dinger plus 125 in a matchup against Dillon. Yeah, we'll get to Dinger in a second. I'm not high on Dillon or Larson for that matter, but Larson is a guy I just am not ready to fade at a 2-mile track. I don't know who's with me there. He doesn't look good, and 2 adjustments in a short period of time like that. Oh man, that's not a comfortable guy, because they would love to go out there and run laps. Eric Almirola. Yeah. I mean, how do you bet on this guy? I feel like he can't be as bad as his practice times. I mean, really, he can't. Can he? I don't know. You have KFB on Larson. I like that. I mean, if you're going to fade him, might as well fade him with someone that I think is going to be fastest. Chase Briscoe, not good. I mean, slow. All SHR, all slow. Alex Bowman. I think old Bowman's going to be good. What do you guys think? I think Bowman is going to be good. Actually, I need to send a message. Yeah, I think Bowman's going to be good. I'm just going to leave it at that. They got to win. Remember, must win, guys. Maybe make sure you're getting a proper payout. Make sure you're getting a proper payout. Busch or top 4? Jay, where is that? I was looking at 7. Yeah, I agree. Second best Hendrick car. Yep. I got a little Bowman. But so where's this Busch or top 4 at 9-1, Jay? Let me know on that. Must win for Bowman, Ryan. That does not matter. Must wins do not matter. He's trying as hard as he can every race. However, it does change up how we bet. You want to make sure you're rewarded for a good run. So, I don't like him as much in matchups, because if they are going for a win, make sure you're getting maybe a top 3, top 5 price on him along with that win. Okay, MGM 365 S9 to win. Okay, cool. All right, thanks for that, guys. Austin Cindric, again, this is normally a track where you think he's going to be fast, and he just wasn't. Wasn't that fast. Didn't qualify well either. I expect him to qualify a lot better too. Michael McDowell, interesting matchup with him. Well, he's matched up against Austin Hill. And he didn't look that much faster than Austin Hill. I mean, I think he beats Austin Hill, but interesting matchup. I think that opened like minus 165 or minus 155. Now it's minus 190. I think you just kind of have to, that's anyway. Michael McDowell struggled a little bit. AJ Allmendinger. Now I think Dinger was pretty good. I want to watch these matchups here if I'm going to talk about them. I thought Dinger was decent in practice. How much outrights do you typically put on your card? And if running with shorter guys, 7-1 or shorter, how do you balance the units? We can probably talk about that. It all depends. It's race to race and price dependent. I would say I'll be more outright heavy today than I will be matchup heavy. Busch or top Ford at 10-1 at Barstool. I think he's the second best Ford behind Blaney. Thank you, Ross, for pointing that out. The glaring, obvious mistake that I made. Where are we? Let me get back to this. AJ Allmendinger. I think AJ Allmendinger is going to be good. How do you fit him into your card? I mean, listen, he ain't top 5 good. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. But if you can find some matchups against some weaker guys, I don't think it's terrible. Like, he's pretty solid. And he's been good here. I want to say he's been good here in the Xfinity Series too. Eric Jones, I mean, probably decent for Eric Jones, but nothing on nor against him. I think that top 10 is just not going to happen today. He'd have to steal track position and get lucky. Justin Haley looks like Eric Jones, very similar. I don't expect much out of Justin Haley. This doesn't seem like his kind of track. But you know what? If these guys get out front, if anyone gets out front, they're going to hang on to track position. Ricky Spinhouse, solid for him. I don't know what that means. I just no speed. Not the speed that you want to see out of Stenhouse. And it's not like he can just go up to the top and find speed. This is not Homestead. This is not Darlington. This is not California. This is not, I say Kansas. It's not that. Ryan Preece, again, just throw him in that terrible SHR camp. But they're priced that way. Harrison Burton, not fast. I mean, I don't know that you can really get much down. Justin Haley. Hang on. I don't know. Maybe that Justin Haley's a dog to Burton. Is that bad? I don't think that's terrible. Let's see. Austin Hill. I can't believe he's in a matchup. I can't imagine here's the thing with Austin Hill, and Rob pointed this out. He gets finishes. Like, what more do you want from a guy that just goes out there and gets decent finishes? That's what he does. I anticipate him kind of maybe struggling early, maybe even going a lap down, but I just kind of anticipate him grinding, and probably get a decent finish. I think he's a really smart race car driver. Corey LaJoie, I mean, not bad, actually. Kind of a shockingly bad starting spot, but I don't know that we can bet on or against him, so nothing really there to note. Todd Gilliland, I don't think we can bet on nor against him at all. Going to be probably a non-factor, would be my guess. Pretty slow, actually, so definitely a non-factor. Cole Custer, no good. Ty Dillon, no good. Josh Berry, no good. JJ Ely, no good. And Josh Bilicki, no good. All right. Let's see what we got for questions here. Yeah, KFB 285 at Betfred. Yeah, that's a decent top 3 price. That's the best one on Kyle Busch for sure. Yeah, I thought Cindric was going to be better. What's the lowest buy price on Bowman? I'd say 20, because I actually think he's okay. If he's second fastest in Group B in Group A behind Kyle Busch, I mean, that's saying a lot. That means he's faster than Larson, Chase, Blaney was pretty close to him. Byron. So Byron and Kyle Busch were the only guys that I think were consistently better than Bowman. I mean, those are pretty strong guys. You're talking about, I didn't talk about Harvick. Harvick's going to be slow. I can't fade Harvick. Like, he could be slow, but I don't know. Whenever I fade Harvick like this, it's like, Harvick's running 5th. He's driven his way. Like, cutoff price on top 10. What is he, like, plus 375? What is Bowman? Or no, that's top 5. What is Bowman? Plus 125, top 10? I don't know. I don't mind that. I don't like Harvick. Lowest buy price on Bowman would be 20, just because there's no reason to pay less than that. I mean, I think he's probably like a 15-1 type car. Favorite matchup. I'm going to give out something here with Todd here shortly, and you can lost Canby access. You already go through Rivers too. Favorite matchup, Oven. We're going to give out something. Do you follow Todd Furman? He'll post something, or Bet the Board Pod. He'll post a pick here shortly. Bowman 22-1 at DraftKings. Yeah, obviously you want the best price, but I just think he's going to be good. Am I wrong to think that? He just probably the best. Him and Kyle are the best Chevys. You're going to give me the second best Chevy in the race for 20-1? Yeah, I'll take that all day. KFB plus 140 better than top 3. I like just top 5s in general better. If I had to I just feel like if you get a late race restart, it's easy to fade back, especially if you start on the inside. The outside is much faster. Thoughts on Gibbs over Logano? I like it. I mean, minus 110 though? Jeez. I mean, if it was plus 110, I'd like it a little bit more. Logano's tough. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's as fast as Ty Gibbs, but he's also Joey Logano. 2-time champion, tough to beat. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Byron. Thanks, Big Ross. I just need you to keep checking in on me. Byron and Kyle Busch were better than Bowman. But Bowman was way more consistent. So he ran a lot of laps, more like Kyle Busch, whereas Byron was kind of fast when he unloaded, had a couple of slower laps, and then battled back with some faster ones. So, yeah, everyone's betting against Logano today, it looks like. Yeah, I agree. What else? Anything else? Yeah, I guess if I'm picking a winner, the last name will be starting with a B. I mean, is it Busch, Bowman, Bell, Byron, Busher, Blaney? I'm going to say, I think Chris Bell wins. I think it's time that he goes out there, and I think he kind of dominates today. Oh, yeah. Mitch, I like that. I like Chase top 10. I like Chase top 10. For sure. Favorite Toyota? Bell. Bell's my favorite Toyota. But Truex is going to be good. I think outside of those two, the Truex, the other Toyotas are down. The Toyotas are just not as fast. I don't know if Big Ross is onto something saying that 23XI and Hamlin are trying something together. Winning car number over 12.5. Minus 115. Yeah. You got Kyle Busch. It's hard when when I think could be one of the best cars. Yeah, I know. Wob, we are on Bell again. Gibbs had that Truex and Bell speed, but Ty, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't think he was quite as good as those other two. I don't think he was quite as good. All right. Well, I got to add some more bets to the card here. Yeah, it's episode where I explain how to construct my cards. That's tough. That's just, I guess that's tough. Hard to explain, Dave. I'm going to be more outright heavy today. I mean, look at the outright market. Our favorite's 7-1. Finally, we actually are going to get paid out on there. So there's really? Bell plus 125 at MGM. I like that. All right. Hey, do another collective clink. Good luck, everybody. Happy race day. Taking a pull.